I remember the spring of 1986. I was a young 37-year-old, had been preaching about a year, and I was quite comfortable in my situation. I was a young preacher at New Prospect Missionary Baptist Church under the late, great S. Leon Whitney. And I remember being considered for being a pastor, and it absolutely had nothing to do with my plans. I was asked to come and teach Bible study because of some issues with scheduling and getting other people to come and teach. And so I did that. Deacon Robert Gangs is the one who asked me to come. Never forget him. And that's how I was introduced to the wonderful people of Synagogue Baptist Church. I can clearly see the faces of many of those members from 38 years ago who have gone on to glory, and how they received me and encouraged me and helped me. And that's how my tenure at SBC began. And to look back and reflect on that almost 39 years later is absolutely a testimony to the goodness and the graciousness of God. I look at how far the Lord has brought us, how many mountains we have scaled, how many valleys we have climbed out of, victories and defeats, but most of all, so many blessings. Blessings in terms of what God has done for us in all of these years. The beautiful people who helped this small church on the corner sustain itself for 75 years up to this point. And all I can do is think about, wow, what a blessing. Tough journey sometime, an arduous journey sometime. There were many times along the way that I almost quit.
My way maker. Yes, there were some hungry days. Yes, my wife and I sat in the dark sometimes. Yes, we sat in the cold when they cut off the gas. But God said, I'm still a way maker.
But I had to remember my commitment to God, because God had been too good and committed to me. So we've labored as a church. We made 75 years last month. We celebrated it. And now it is such a joy to look at where the Lord has brought us from. But I also want to share with you something from Ecclesiastes 3, because it puts things in a serious and relative perspective. Listen to what Ecclesiastes 3, verses 1 to 8 says, "For everything there's a season, a time for every activity under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to harvest, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build up, a time to cry and a time to laugh, a time to grieve and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather stones, a time to embrace and a time to turn away, a time to search and a time to quit searching, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be quiet and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace." Man, time is an amazing thing. And what I think about is that time is still undefeated. There is simply a time for everything. And during that time makes some decisions make sense. So I look at that and I think about that. I think about how God has blessed us over all of this time. I think about how he has manifested himself in our lives collectively as a church and individually. I'm a better individual. Not just a better pastor, a better Christian. I'm a better individual because of the beautiful experience as pastor of Synagogue Baptist Church. But once again, time is undefeated. And there's simply a time for everything. And it's time for Pastor Jake Gaines Jr. to step down as senior pastor of Synagogue Baptist Church. It's time for a lot of reasons. It's time because of time. It's also time because we have to willingly admit that to continue the growth of a church, you have to continue to have a vision. My visions for Synagogue Baptist Church have ended. Can I sustain this church for many years from now? I think so. But I'm not sure I can grow it. And so it's time. And I'm actually saddened and excited simultaneously. I'm thankful for the time that God has allowed me to lead this congregation through some hard times and some tough times. And I especially thank God for allowing me to lead this church through the coronavirus. That was very difficult for me. That was very hard to do for me. And yet, the Lord got us through. He got us through. I'm just simply glad I was able to point us in the right direction. And so I thank God for this tenure. I thank God for all of the years that I've been here. I thank God for the many relationships, my Christian brothers and sisters, what they've meant to me, what they've been to me. And so many who have gone on to glory, who helped me become the man that I am. So I'm thankful, and I'm asking for your prayers. And I don't want people saddened. It's time. For everything, there's a season. And I certainly want to not only thank my Synagogue Baptist Church family, thank you for allowing me to tell you my thoughts as God spoke to me Sunday after Sunday. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to teach on Bible study. Thank you. Thank you for helping me be who I am. And I certainly want to thank my wife, Leona, and especially thank my children, Jaquetta, Blair, Kia. I want to thank them for being in the eye of the storm for so many years of their life. They were put on Front Street because of my calling. People watched them like a hawk, walking on flypaper, afraid to make a mistake, always wondering if somebody knew who they were. That's hard. That's hard. And my baby girl, Kia, was born into it. Jaquetta was around 10 and Blair was around 3. Their whole lives changed because I said yes to God. So now, I'm grateful for my wife of 15 years, Leona. I'm grateful for my extended family who accepted me into their lives when I married their mom, Leon, Tanisha, D'Angelo. I thank God for them because they received me with everything that I came with. And for that, I am grateful. I don't want people to be saddened by this because I'm not going away to do nothing. I intend to still support the regime that's coming in. I intend to help them in any way I can. whatever capacity that may be. But I certainly want to say thank you to all of you as it relates to my tenure of almost 39 years as senior pastor of Synagogue Missionary Baptist Church. And what is even more exciting is the new regime is coming in. And it's coming in seamlessly. December 31st, 2024 will be my last official day as pastor. And on January 1st, 2025, the new regime will take over because of God's goodness of giving us the vision and having capable men to guide us. So it gives me great pleasure. I am really excited to say that the new regime of Synagogue Baptist Church will be Senior Pastor Xavier Haley and his family following him, and the assistant pastor will be Reverend Edward Pulliam and his family supporting him. There's going to be a seamless transition. These are godly men, godly family, thoroughly capable of leading this church into another realm, a higher realm. And I'm excited about it. So I don't want sadness because I'm not going somewhere to do nothing. I will continue to do ministry. I'll do that till I die. I'm just simply retiring from the rigors, the headaches, the joys even of being a pastor. But ministry, you're going to hear from me. I'll still be preaching. I'll still be teaching. All right, there are other venues that I'm excited about God fulfilling in my life, be that his will. So I just want to say, celebrate with me, pray for me, celebrate with the new regime, pray for them, and hear me real good. As challenging as this has been, as blessed as I have been to be able to do this for this long with as many flaws as I have, that's a testimony to the greatness of God. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to celebrate for me. Celebrate for this new regime. And remember, Synagogue Baptist Church, we always call it the little church on a corner. Small church, big vision. And I believe that that's going to continue to new heights. God bless you. God keep you. And I'll see you around as I'm working in the vineyard of the Lord under a new capacity. God bless you all.